Hi, good afternoon, everyone. This is for anyone who would like to go overseas, go to the Philippines, and apply for a permanent resident visa, either 13A or 13G. These are the requirements. For non-quota visa, if you are married to a former Filipino citizen or former or Philippine citizen, no, either 13A, Philippine citizen is the petitioner, 13G, former Filipino citizen is the petitioner. These are the requirements. Okay, this is what we call non-quota visa. Non-quota visa for the wife or husband of a Filipino citizen. All right, so that means this is the 13A. All right, and the 13G for the spouse of former Filipino citizen. Okay, I always stress because there's a difference between the two. Now, as I mentioned earlier in my podcast earlier, in my video earlier, I mentioned about the difference. All right, there are 9 requirements for permanent resident visa application. What are the requirements? Number one, valid US passport. Okay, if you live in the US. If you live in Canada, valid Canadian passport. Okay, all right. Number 2, you need 4 passport photographs. You need 4 passport photographs. Well, actually, you can add, one more, if you want a copy for yourself. You have to have 4 because you need 1 for the medical exam. Well, it's not really 1, 2, because you have to accomplish 2 form number 3 and 2 medical form. Okay, so in each form you have to put your photograph. So like form number 3, you need 2. You need to duplicate for that, and form number 11, the medical form, you have to accomplish a duplicate of that and then notarize. So you have 4, but then you need to have like an extra one also if you want to have a copy. So it would be safe if you give 5, will be great, instead of 4. All right, so I will go back to number 1 again. Number 1, valid passport. Number 2, 4 passport photographs. Number 3, form number 3 to be accomplished in duplicate, notarized. This is the application form that I have shown a while earlier. Okay, well, let's see. Okay, it looks like this, looks like that. All right, and then you need also a medical form to be accomplished in duplicate and notarized. Number 5, you need the original marriage certificate and 2 photocopies thereof. All right. Number 6, you need a Philippine passport and birth certificate of spouse indicating Philippine citizenship. All right. Well, if your spouse is already like for example, if your spouse is already a US citizen, you can use after she receives her certificate of retention of Philippine citizenship, you can use that certificate of her and turn it in. You have to include that in your packet. Okay, that's enough. That is sufficient to prove that you are married to a Filipino citizen. Next, yeah, you need Philippine passport and birth certificate of your spouse indicating Philippine citizenship and two photocopies thereof. You need two photocopies thereof. So when you go there, you have to bring your original documents. If you apply and send it by mail, what you can do is have you a copy of have a certified true copy and duly notarized, and then uh, make make copies. Okay, you need to have at least two photocopies. Two photocopies. Then when you go there to get your card, you present your original. Okay, but if you have a certified true copy, that is as good as the original already. Okay. And next, number 7 or seventh requirement is police clearance certificate from place of residence. Wherever you live, you need to secure a police clearance. Make sure that you don't have a criminal record, that you are cleared from any criminality, that you are not involved in any criminal activities, that you are clean. Number 8, you need an evidence of financial support. You need a bank statement or affidavit of uh, affidavit executed by your relatives, that they can support you, or a statement of your monthly pension. Okay, you have to state there if you have enough resources to support you, because the government doesn't want you to be a burden to them. Okay. All right. You see, like there's already a 100 million plus Filipinos. Okay, so if you want to become a resident of the country, please remember that they don't want you to be a baggage, a burden to them by going there and no income at all. Okay? All right. Because if you get sick, then you'll be stranded. You'll be a burden to them. So they look at that. And then you need to submit a notarized letter of petition indicating your desire to petition your spouse to live with you in the Philippines. All right, those are the 9 requirements. Right now, I would like to go back to the idea that why is it that you are required to have a financial statement, proof of financial statement. Like, what? When I came back to the Philippines, I saw like there was like a man, he was there was this Caucasian man, and he was begging for money. Was begging for money alongside of the road. So I don't know what happened, but like you don't want this to happen to you, right? So make sure that when you move there, you have a retirement, and like with your retirement, of course, you can live enough. If you have a retirement of $900, $1,000 probably for one, you can live enough with that. Or $800, yeah, I think you can, you can live with that, because the cost of living is lower in the Philippines compared to the Western towns and cities. Okay. All right. So those are the ones that are really, really important. Plus, I have 2 additional requirements to share to you. These are added requirements that you need to submit together with your application packet. What are these? There are 3. 3 things to remember. You need the fee. You need to pay a visa fee. Okay. it should be in cash or money order, right? I don't have to mention the how much you have to pay because it changes. It changes. It depends on the law. So it changes. Just like in the US or in Canada, like the USCIS fees also changes. No, I mean they change. The fees change. Same thing in the uh, Philippine immigration, fees. They also change. So I don't want to mention that. If you apply, you can call them and ask them how much you have to pay. Or if somebody is helping you, she has to like call them or research how much is she going to pay for the visa fee. Next, another important thing that I would like to add as a reminder, you need to include the chest x-ray in city, and the medical results must accompany the medical certification. Okay. You want to make sure that you are healthy now before they give you the visa. If you're sick, like they will give you time to get better. You can have like you can go to the doctor and get some treatment till you get well, and then you can go back again and do your processing for your visa. Okay. But probably if you have like a contagious disease, they won't like that. So you better think about that. And the third one that I would like to remind you is about if the applicant wishes the passport and documents be mailed by the consul or by the consulate, the applicant should enclose a self-addressed stamp priority certified express mail envelope, or it could be a large prepaid FedEx box. Okay. All right. I hope this uh, tips help you to reflect the steps that you need to do when you are ready to apply for the permanent resident visa. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Once again, Feli Grass. See you next time. See you again.